Okay, so yesterday, Sunday, and I met a, not necessarily a friend, I guess you could kind of call it a friend, but I really don't really think I have any friends. But anyway, someone I know. I met him uh, down behind the train station where on Sundays all many foreign workers get together and sit outside. They sing karaoke, eat, drink. So we met him down there. We sat down for a while outside. Uh, I always meet people down there too. And he met two people, a man and a woman. And they seemed pretty nice. We were talking and stuff. And the the way I used to be, I would look at people and see them. I would judge them. I would look at them, their appearance, their clothes, the way they spoke, the way their eyes moved, I guess, everything about them, their accents, and I would assess them as this person or people being honest or not being honest, etc. I'd categorize them, uh, I guess, on a threat level, threat or not a threat, you know, someone fun to hang out with or not. Anyway, but yesterday, so enjoyed the conversation with these two people, a man and a woman, and but I didn't do that. I purposely stopped myself from looking into them. Every time I caught myself, because in the back of my mind, I said, okay, what these people are saying one thing, yet something's telling me another thing. Specifically, what they're saying right off the bat, started talking about their grandmother leaving them, or leaving them basically a fortune, that sort of thing, and talking about large sums of money, millions and millions of dollars, and court cases to get this money. And it's right up in the back of my head. You know, question marks go up, but I stop myself from looking into these people and assessing them, and that's what I would have done back then, just as my you know typical approach to people. I assess them. I assess them. I look at them and I judge them. And I didn't do that yesterday. So I ended up, instead, more people came down there, and I ended up inviting everyone back to my house for karaoke. We had pizza and stuff, beer, sang karaoke. It's about 10 o'clock. Then, basically, after everyone went home, my wife was angry. Yeah, very angry. I didn't call her up and say I'm bringing people over. I didn't do that. I just did it. So she was angry, angry, angry. Yeah. And what am I supposed to do? Um, uh, but then tonight, these people came back again because I don't actually I invited two other people to come that called me yesterday too. People I know well. Because they had just gotten back into Taiwan. I said, come on, you can stay at our house. We got some extra rooms. And wow, I had to call them up this morning, and so I unfortunately canceled that invitation. Apologized. Said probably I hadn't even told my wife about that yet either. So, um, hmm. But anyway, these people came tonight. They said, "Come on, we made an appointment. You said you're gonna have people over tonight," and I actually probably did. But I had my telephone turned on silent because usually no one calls me. And so I kind of had to say no. My wife's kind of angry. Probably wouldn't be best time to have I don't know, to have people over. Um, but still, again, I'm at a quandary, I guess you can call it a quandary, a place where, uh, I want to. Nice people. They seem like nice people from on the outside and everything, and I want to know if I can, if I should let these people kind of into my world, bring people into your house and stuff like that. But I don't know how to do it. I mean, my old way, I was very good at looking at people and assessing where they came from, what they were doing. I mean, one of the things this person was talking about was, he's considering opening up. I don't know. He's considering what he should do with all his money, basically. And of course, I've got some good ideas, but I don't really care. You know, I had some good ideas in terms of education, what you can do. But the problem I have is I don't really know how to proceed with people, especially if there's business involved, um, regarding even talking to them, letting them in further into my world. I've never, at least not that I can remember, dealt with people on a level except on my level, when I deal with them very specifically, judgments, categorizing them. I look at the shoes they wear. I look at everything they say. I look for, well, I don't necessarily look for, but I catch mistakes people make if they're, if two of them are together and one person says this, one person says another thing, or they're wearing clothes. Anyway, I catch these mistakes and I'll assess them as being honest or not being honest. But nowadays, I've kind of pretty much stopped doing that. Just, not judging people. Cut out a lot of that stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how to deal with people. We live in the real world, whatever that means. Real world. There's been many of times which I've been the target of other people, probably my wife too, been the target of con artists, that sort of thing. I've been the target of thieves many times. But most of the time, I'm not a target, and it's just enjoyable interacting with people. But now that I'm not judging people, let's just call it what it is, judging people, not categorizing them. When it comes to people seemingly wanting to get closer into my world, I don't know how to deal with that. So that's where I am now. There, I told you about that. So yeah, maybe I'll put a question on the forum or something about this. How do I know I should write about this. I guess it's kind of interesting because not only is it, in one sense, there's always a danger there, but in another sense, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities of meeting people and interacting with people without that prejudice, prejudging them. So you got the risks associated with it in one sense, but you also have the opportunities associated with it. So I guess it's interesting. Anyway, that's where I am. How to decide. I have no idea how to look at people now. Once I'm not judging them, and especially when they talk about things that lead me to think they're interested in business, doing business, me helping them. I'm not so interested in. I'm not interested at all going out and doing business deals, making money. My thinking was I was talking to them about oneness and equality, education, that sort of thing, things they have never heard before, and they were very interested. And so I enjoyed talking with them about that. But I don't know. there it is. That's why I haven't made so many videos recently, because there's a lot of new things in my world, but I haven't really absorbed them yet. I'm just going around and not certain how to look at my world. But I will say one good thing. Last night, when my wife was throwing soft packs of tissues at me, actually, she was angry. I didn't get angry. I didn't react to that. So I guess it wasn't so bad. But she's pretty upset. And, you know, if anyone wants to say, well, you should call your wife before you bring people over, thank you very much. Yeah. Or what else? You should tell your wife before you invite people. Tell people they can come over and stay a few days. Okay, thank you. I got that. I planned to. I had planned to, but then I just canceled the invitation. So there it goes. Okay, that's it. Thank you.